I'm honestly, I mean, I suppose practicing with Peter Ebdon before he turned up at the championship was a big thing for his match play. It was the one question we were always asking. You know, you can have a gallop like a racecourse, but you can't beat a race. You know, it's one of those things. And we didn't know whether he was going to suffer by having not any matches. But after he got past Marcus Campbell, where I thought he made 3 great clearances in that match, you know, obviously it was like he'd never been away.
Stephen, and that's what's fascinating this week when we've been discussing Mark Selby saying that he's suffering from burnout and Ding Junhui saying he's played so much snooker this year, only had a week off. This fella turns up and plays like he has done.
Basically because he's still the best player in the world. It's as simple as that. He's had a couple of months practice and that's been enough to get him sharp enough to win. He's just better than the rest of them. Simple as that.
It's as simple as that?
Basically.
End of. Let's go back to commentary.
Well, obviously I agree with Stephen. When they're all playing at their very best, Ronnie would undoubtedly win, but there's plenty of tournaments that Ronnie's played in. He's lost to all these players before, but at his very best. I agree with Stephen.
Well, the thing with Ronnie O'Sullivan and a few of the top players we've had in the game, they don't have to be at their best and they can still win. Stephen was one of those, as was Steve Davis. But John Higgins, when he was here, made a great point. He said, I mean, a footballer coming back after a year out would be difficult. A golfer after a year out. Ronnie was still practicing, still playing some exhibitions. And it was all about, as John Parrott said, that opening match against Marcus Campbell. When he won that, everybody else had to watch out. Got to be a little bit careful, Judd. He doesn't want to just start going for everything. He's played some brilliant snooker throughout this year's World Championship. He's played some fabulous safety, which has given him the chance. You can understand him getting a little bit down. Maybe he might think, I'm going to have a go for most pots, and if you do that, you'll get even more punished. That jumped, but right in the centre of the pocket. So he's playing so well. Even if he gets a kick, he's potting them.
Yeah, it was perfect. We looked at the stat with the shots that make difference with kicks, and that was a real big kick there, but made no difference. Just hit the red full in the face as he played and finished perfect. Just watch the white jump.
Yeah.
Ronnie wasn't expecting this pink to go on the black spot. He was looking a little bit forlorn when that ended up being there, but I'm sure the black still pots.
Must be tight though. Oh yeah, you're all right, Ronnie. You get a Sheffield tram through there. He won't be able to pot it now. The pink might go, but it's very, very awkward. He just misjudged the cannon there. He'd love to have a go at that pink, but he's not playing that type of game, Ronnie. He's not taking on any undue risks. He really is playing good match snooker.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 8.
Well, there's Damien Hirst there. He's been with Ronnie throughout the whole championship, the renowned artist, and he keeps Ronnie relaxed. They don't talk about snooker. In fact, Stephen Hendry was out with the boys when they first arrived here. He was up straight away. He knew he'd hit that badly. It is slipping away from him at the moment.
One.
Probably play a little cannon onto the red to the right of the black, and that will hold for the other red. It's just to the left of the blacks. Well, purposely played a little bit harder to make sure he brought white into open play, and couldn't have turned out better, to be honest. A bit fortunate there to finish on those 3.
Listen, when you're playing well, this is the sort of rub of the green you get. When you're struggling, you don't get those little flicks. It's amazing.
Yeah.
When you need the little bit of good fortune, you never seem to get it.
Wrong clear.
I think this, maybe the scoreboard's wrong in the arena, possibly. Don't worry, Jan will soon sort it out.
Well, a gentleman even said sorry. Well, you can see that he can't get onto the black perfectly, but he'll certainly be playing to get onto the black. It's a bit risky to screw back for one of the baulk colours. Just needs to move this red well away from the black spot, maybe on and off the cushion even.
Just over the 6 hours. And he's certainly queuing nicely again. Okay, it's still a little bit awkward
15.
with the pink as it is, and the black surrounded with 3 reds there.
But that last little shot, Dennis, and he played it on and off the cushion. Now the black pot's in the left-hand corner. So he's 1 shot away from making this a chance to win the frame, and that could be just that 1 shot.
Look at the control of that cube ball with a little bit of reverse side to get perfectly on the black. Oh, I think the audience thought he'd missed that. He just didn't push the cue through as he normally
20.
does.
I think Ronnie thought he'd missed that. He decelerated, didn't he, there? But back in prime position
24.
now. That's what happens when you're trying to dig into the ball to hold it. Sometimes if you don't quite catch it right, the side just pushes it straight off. Not perfect here, though. Missed it. There's a
Sullivan 24.
shot we didn't expect.
Well, Judd stopped in his tracks there. He thought he was going to walk to the table and have a nice easy starter. There's no easy pot. The one down the left side is a tricky little pot to take on. And there's this, well, there's not much of a gap there. There's only half a pocket. So really he had a bit of a result there, Ronnie. Okay, he's playing this with the left hand, but we're so used to seeing him just knock them in. Well, Judd's back looking at that red.
If he was directly behind it, he did definitely pot it. As we look at that angle there, he could do it with his cue, no problem. But of course, he's got to use the white, and it's getting onto the next colours the problem. I mean, he can only really get onto the green or yellow, and if he plays it slow, he'll be leaving red on.
He hasn't looked at this one down into the left corner pocket, and he's not hampered really, but for some reason he wants to try and squeeze this past the black. Boy, has he got to be precise with this. Well played. In fact, he put everything into that difficult pot, which he squeezed past the black. He's just gone a little bit too far with the cue ball.
How on earth has that gone into the centre of the pocket there? We were directly behind it, and you could only see the right-hand jaw. It never even hit the right-hand jaw. It's an amazing shot, that. We'll have another look at it. Just look at that. It doesn't even hit the jaw. Strange. Wow. Wow. I mean, he deserves to come past the pink here. Surely he won't snoop himself after a shot like that.
Well,
3.
yeah, he deserves to be on it, and he is on it. That was an unbelievable positional shot he's just played there.
4.
To hit the yellow into the middle pocket at that pace and get the white up to the reds, you won't see any better.
bit of noise in the crowd there.
I don't know what that sounded like. It sounded a bit strange. It's well, the last time I heard a noise like that, I think it was playing against Big Bill Werbenick many years ago.
Right. Settle down now, please. Thank you.
This is a really important part of the match because after potting that yellow, I mean, Ronnie's just having a look up to the commentary box and have a little smile, but this now, he's 28 points behind, and in some ways you deserve to win a frame after a pot like that.
Well, I'm not sure what's happened this time, but very rarely do you get that in the auditorium. Maybe there's someone maybe not just feeling too well at the moment, but Michaela's giving them the old evil eye there.
Well, you don't very often get a round of applause for putting it back over the pocket, but
Yeah.
I agree with him there. Just a lot of concentration was lost there, and now he's got to get it all back and make this chance a frame-winning chance to get back into the match.
Stephen Hendry said no miss snooker. That's what he needs now.
$90. 20. 27. Sure. 28.
Just having the cue ball cleaned. While he's having that cleaned, have a look at this shot here. To hit the yellow at that pace and to get the white round and onto that red, you won't see any better than that.
Yes, definitely deserved to win the frame after a shot like that, but play for the red in the middle. He's now 3 points in front, so he needs the
35.
4 remaining reds with colours to be absolutely sure of this frame, and it really is a must-win frame.
36.
Well, that was almost straight, and the power he has, you could see the angle he created there. And of course,
42.
being a left-hander, those two reds that are near the left side of the table won't prove a problem. But look, he's finished awkward again.
He is going to have to bounce this, isn't he, to try and get an angle on the black. I don't know whether somebody's got some sort of machine that's making a noise or something, but he keeps looking up. How's the side? Does he have any on? He does. This is perfect. He can drop on both reds here. He's left-handed, so the one down the cushion's okay, and he can play for the red in the middle at the same time. I think he's just about got enough angle. No, he's straight. Can't do that.
You bet he can do it. But he had to come all the way across the table.
50.
Once again, look at that wide stop and then pick up speed with the backspin.
Needs the rest though, Dennis. He's 2 inches away from being on it without using the rest, and we saw him miss a shot like this, didn't we, earlier on? Is he going to play the red into the green pocket or the middle? There's three balls and 3 pockets he can play here. Middle